Hello everyone, and welcome to my Let's Play of Ultimate Doom for DOS. I will be playing this game through DOS. And we're going to be starting off with the first episode. I will be going for the default difficulty selection. Which is obviously in the middle. I've tried several times to make Doom Let's Plays before this. Let's hope this one goes better. Because this is a game I really like, and well, if you don't like Doom, are you living? But yeah. So I've tried this several times, as I said, and I hope this time goes better. And I'm thinking of doing a standalone Hexen Let's Play sometime. Not just a collab that I did with Sonic Gaming 2007. I'm planning on doing an actual standalone playthrough of that. But enough of Hexen. This is not time to talk about that. Alright, sometimes you will get damaged by walking on that. It all depends on the timing of when you run on it, but I mean, unless you're precise down to 35ths of a second, then you're not going to have very good luck with that. Alright, armor. Next first level done, hangar. There's not much to really talk about here. Nuclear plant. I don't know all the secrets, but I know a few, so I'm gonna get them. Alright. Right, there are zombies around here. Kill them first. Now, we open the secret, and we get a backpack that doubles our ammo capacity, so we can hold double ammo now. Like, normally we'd only be able to hold 50 shotgun shells, but now we can hold 100. So yay, backpack. And that's a supercharge. We are now at 200% health. In the last level, we picked up green armor, which gives you 100% armor, and the blue armor, which gives you 200%. So, well, now you know what all those do. The shotgun shoots 5 pellets. They're always at roughly the same height as each other, so that makes it bring around the Rosie right now, apparently. That makes it pretty good for sniping things. Well, I don't know about sniping things, but it makes it pretty... It means that height isn't really that much of an issue. If it auto-aims up, all of the projectiles will be... Or not projectiles, but all of the hit scan will be auto-aimed up equally. Shotgunners are a bit different. They only shoot 3 of these little hit scan blasts that the shotgun shoots out, instead of the full 5. Of course, you've seen our pistol is the definition of basic pea shooter weapon. Of course, we have the chain gun. That is a rapid fire pistol, so you can no doubt see. You can shoot a minimum of 2. The minimum. Cannot talk. This gun, you can shoot out a minimum of 2 bullets per button press. So that was like 1 button press. Crystal strength in the weapon is holding down the fire button. Very good for that. Another stuff up there. Yeah, I knew there was somebody down there. So a lot of people have taken that whole infinite height thing to mean that Doom is a 2.5D game. This is not true. Actually, the engine is fully capable of supporting full 3-dimensional space. That's how projectiles can fly over you in the first place. That's like how projectiles can fly over you. And that's also why I can't just step up this whole rising elevator deal when it's rising. Like, basically that's how the whole limits to how far you can climb up things work. How steep an incline can be, really. That's how those work. Is with true 3D height. Projectiles work the same way. Heck, so does hit scan for that matter. But a lot of entities don't use this to its fullest, only using... Like, a lot of entities don't do this to its fullest, which is what you were seeing there with the imp. And me trying to walk forward, but being unable to walk over it. This was mainly done because, well, this game was meant for 486 processors, right? Not 486, 386 processors, right? It was made to be playable even on a low-end 386. And, of course, to save memory, processing time, and resources, some particular game actors, like the enemies and barrels and such, have infinite height. This is not a requirement of the Doom engine, as I'm pretty sure the, like, a majority of games for the thing were made, a majority of games for the engine were made without this limitation. So it clearly was just done in the name of processing time. Alright, there's a radiation suit. It will protect you from radioactive floors. Or lava floors. With one exception. And that is sometimes on the highest level of damaging floor, which is 20% damage. Sometimes the suit will leak and you will take 20% damage anyway. Apparently this is a feature. I have no idea why, but apparently it is. Let's take out this imp. So, in case you aren't aware of what hit scan is, basically, bullets in this game are not projectiles. You see all those puffs appearing on the wall, like over there, you can, like over there you can see a few. That is the only trace of the bullet in the actual game. There is no bullet projectile flying to that location. It is rather an instantaneous check to see if it hits anything in the current line of fire. Basically, the bullet effects are just, well, they're for show. And there's no actual flying bullets either. So yes, all of this explaining how the Doom engine works is interesting. Or at least I hope it is. But we should probably talk about other things now. And that really being the levels themselves. And, well, you've seen it here first. These are some pretty good levels. Doom's Episode 1 has really good level design. If you are a designer for a retro-inspired first-person shooter, one of the games you should immediately look at is the shareware release of the original Doom from 1993. I say the shareware release because, well, it's got the most solid pack of levels. Yeah, there are the other episodes that you can look at, but the highest quality are in Episode 1, I find, more often than not. So that is definitely something that you should take a look into if you're trying to make a retro throwback shooter, or even just mods for Doom, or really any FPS of this time period. You want to take a look at these levels, especially. This is pretty much the Doom experience. If I had to sum up the experience of all of the classic Doom games, really, if you want quintessential, unadulterated Doom, then you're looking at Knee Deep in the Dead. It's got nothing weird, no weird gimmicks, no different level tastes, or level design tastes, rather. It's just straight Doom. Most people, when they think of Doom, they think of these levels, and honestly, can't blame them for that. It's not personally what I think of, but still is a valid set of levels to think of. Because they are quite good. But yeah, when you say Doom to me, I don't really think these levels, but if you do, then I completely understand that. These are very good. I believe, like, this entire episode, pretty much, was designed by John Romero. I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. Shotgunners. Alright. Keep shooting these imps. There's nothing really to talk about at the moment. Ooh, down there. Down there, you may have heard sound, and you may see a faint outline down there. That is what is called a specter. They're designed to be hard to see in dark environments, and so naturally that is where they are most often placed. Places where they would blend in with the environment. So basically, if you hear a pinky alert and you're not sure what it is, and you bump into something you can't see in a dark room, back up immediately, because that's a specter. We got this final room. Can't quite see that well, but yeah, you can see how specters can be very dangerous in the dark. They will chew your health away. Alright, shotgun shells. Yeah, there's not too much to talk about in this first episode. Because, well, first episode of Doom, not that exciting. I can't help but think back to all the fond memories I have playing this game. In particular, I played the first episode quite a bit. And episode 2, but I mostly remember the first one. I got the Steam version of this way back in the day when I was a lot younger. In all honesty, I didn't even check out the control mapping, so yeah, it took me a while to learn about strafing and running, which I've been doing mostly the whole time. This is what walking is like, which, I mean, on these levels, on these particular levels, it's pretty good speed. So yeah, I'll be playing the game going around like this. And yes, this does mean that I beat a certain boss later on. Boss of episode 2, in fact. Without strafing or running. I have no clue how I did it. But I did. We'll see why that's a big deal when we get there. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of carnage that we're just leaving behind. Gonna be monsters in here. So yeah, Doom 1's monster set, not all that advanced. Of course, we haven't seen all of the monsters this particular version of Doom has to offer, but it is... the sequel did add quite a few. Alright, now let's kill him. Yeah, commentary can be pretty bad for games like this, because, well, it is a pretty mindless game. You walk, you shoot. Not a whole lot to talk about. You walk around, you shoot. Ooh, this little arrow pointing at the wall with a different texture. If you hadn't found out about secrets before this, you would have now. Yeah, it's not actually tagged as a secret, but still, that introduces you to the basic concept that if a wall texture looks wrong, click it, because it probably is. Nope. Get that armor. Take out the specters. Specters are a lot easier to see in more modern ports of Doom with a higher resolution. But back in the DOS version, they're actually kind of hard to see at times. Yeah, I was super intrigued by Doom in my early teenage years because I had heard of it being like this great magnum opus of first-person shooters, and I was like, well, now I have to check this out. So I eventually did, getting it on Steam. Not too long after I was hearing about how great it was, and well, it lived up to the hype, let's just say, and a lot of games don't. A lot of games don't live up to the hype, but the original Doom definitely did. far as I was concerned back in those days, it couldn't get better than this. Alright, then we open that. More enemies to shoot. This game did have a kind of sister game that released later in 1994 called Heretic. I might play through that on this channel sometime. Oof. Bad hits, bad hits. Ooh, those are really bad hits. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's the danger of hit scan, especially when monsters have it, because it'll still fly across the room at the same speed, and you can't dodge it either. So I'm gonna save right here, in case there's an especially bad hit like that. Whoa, there he is, there he is. There's still specters. See, even I thought they were still gone. Like, I thought all the specters were gone. They weren't. You've been tricking me, and I've played this game a lot. So here we have Computer Station. Let's get shooting these imps. And zombies. I don't care what you are. If you're an enemy, you're getting shot. I might play through Heretic sometime in the future. Yeah, if you're looking for a game kind of similar to Doom, Heretic is a place you should go. If you haven't checked it out already. But enough about Heretic and back onto Doom. Yeah, the soul sphere over there. I'm not quite sure how to get it, though. We're gonna go up here. There's no real good stuff up here, but you want to take out these zombies, because, yeah, they're the weakest enemy in the game, but they will hit you with their hit scan magics. They will hit you, and they will do damage, and it builds up, so you want to get rid of them. Ooh, out there, partial invisibility, which we haven't seen yet. We'll go over what that does at a different time, because I don't think we're going to be getting that one. Ooh, yeah, we have the rocket launcher. I'm not sure when we got this. I wasn't paying attention. But it is an explosive. And although the rockets aren't infinitely tall, the splash damage that they have attached to them is. So that is a technique that you will see some vanilla players use, is shooting rockets at what looks to be a wall, and then you hear enemies below taking damage. That's what's going on. They're being hit by the infinitely tall splash damage of the rocket. Alright, take them out. Now we pull out big gun. Mow them down. It's a chain gun. We have a red key. I have tried playing this game on the highest difficulty before. Nightmare. For the record, I could probably do the second highest difficulty if I actually practiced, but I'm not, which is why I'm just gonna pick whatever difficulty I think suits the episode. And for this episode, that happens to be the middle of the road. But I have tried playing this level on the highest difficulty, Nightmare, and it is a real pain because of the fact that you have to run back and forth. If you don't know how Nightmare works, projectiles move faster, monsters react with inhuman speed, they attack all the time, and they also respawn. So that is really the big problem with it. Hey, neat little pocket I never bothered to check out before. Yeah, what's happening here is a mapping technique called a monster closet. You see this? This wasn't open before. Ah. Oh, we might get that partial invisibility after all. Alright, so what this does is this makes enemies aim a lot more sporadic. I guess the reason being they can't quite see where you are. Now for projectile throwing enemies, this isn't always a good thing. If you didn't know how to strafe like I did back in the day, or didn't know it was a thing, then it was a very good power-up. But nowadays, with my muscle memory telling me how to dodge projectiles, it's very bad because, well, the projectiles are thrown with a random offset on them. You know, that's not very good. But for hit scan, it's actually a very good thing because it means that they're less accurate with their shots and you can't dodge those anyway. Yeah, infighting going on. A zombie was attacking an imp because it was hit by the imp earlier. Yeah, that's a thing if you didn't know. Demons of different types can start fighting if they hurt each other. Make sure to use this to your advantage. It is a valuable tool. Computer station finished, and for the final level of episode 1, the Phobos Anomaly. I have so many stories to tell about this game, man, and I'm gonna tell this one while we're still in knee-deep in the dead. So, the shareware version of Doom has only Knee Deep in the Dead as an episode. Of course, you know I've played Knee Deep in the Dead a lot. And I did download the shareware version of Doom, like the DOS version of the shareware Doom. And it was on a flash drive that I had. And so at some point, I was in school, and they had computers in the particular, lunchroom because, you know, you might have to work on a assignment that's on a computer for school, you might have to finish that up. Because it doubled as the study hall room for some reason. I don't know why they decided to use the cafeteria also as the study hall room. They did. And so, in there, I beat the first episode of Doom in like, I think it was 20 minutes. During school lunchtime after I'd already eaten my food. And school lunchtime lasts like 30 minutes, so we're pretty much already going over it now. There is a switch somewhere to lower... Yeah, there's a secret switch somewhere to lower down the elevator here. But, well, this level's over. In case you can't tell. It was a star. Got this to raise up. We've successfully protected the Phobos base. But oh no! Bad thing happened! I'm gonna let the text print out. Yeah. I don't think there's any special ending. Yeah, there's no special ending image for this one. Alright, well, I will see you in the next episode for The Shores of Hell. See you guys then.